Hi, everyone. Um, this is not my normal format. I haven't made myself look nice or anything. I'm basically getting ready for tomorrow, where I'm going to be starting a about 7 or 8 hour 5 session after school program. And so what I'm doing is I'm setting up a campaign, a brief campaign, for the after school program, and I'm going to be using the Walking Dead book to do to go through the roles. And so here it is, and I have my trusty dice. Yay! Somewhere or other, they've got hands and all that stuff. So we have stress dice, and of course, you get the benefit as I try to. There we go. The benefit. So when you're using stress dice, you have a 16% chance of success to add an extra success. But at the same time, you also have the same possibility of getting a fumble, mishap, whatever you want to call it, drawing a walker. So that's the detriment of getting stress. And that's the year zero engine concept for this game. The other dice, which is a regular old dice, which any year zero engine person should know is just a regular. Hey, look, I got a 6. So I have my dice with me, and I have a regular generic dice, which I'm going to roll if I need it. So I'm just going to start in, and I'm going to bring my Walking Dead PDF to where it should be, which should be somewhere around there. So let me just see what I've got. So Haven. Um, all right. So I don't want my group to start with a Haven. In the summer, I played about 36 hours with the same group of young people. They're now in grade 8, and so they're just about to move on. They're halfway through, I guess, their year or almost, and so they're. I'm looking for something that is going to kind of pick up where they left off. So they left off essentially having to use a missile launcher to get rid of the zombies that were in their haven. They had finally made it back to their haven, and their haven uh, had a disease, and also the husband of one of the characters was bit. And so she removed his arm. She's a surgeon. She removed his arm, lost her child, and that's kind of pretty much where we left off. So the surgery was successful. So we have a new player in the group of 4, and he will be taking on the role of the husband, Mark. And I don't think I have any images with me, but anyway, trust me, he is a firefighter, but a one-armed firefighter, and it is his left arm, not his right arm, so he does use that as the predominant arm. That's where we've left off. So what I'd like to do is I want to introduce to the young people that what's happened is their characters are now about 3 months later on. They're all healed up from their various wounds, though there are still some lingering effects. One is going to have a -1 mobility because of a limp and stuff. So here I am at the Haven, and I just want to kind of start rolling and taking notes. Well, darn it, I need to take notes. So I didn't think that far ahead. I just said, "Ooh, look, I'm just going to go online." Well, that doesn't work all the time, does it? All right, so I've got my pad, and I will grab my electronic pencil and bring up a note, a new note. So here we are. All right, so I'm going to mark down my notes as I'm going along so that I know exactly what we have. So here we are with the Haven. Now, this is the Haven that the characters have. So I want to go through and just take a quick look. I do have my book. which I have by the side just in case I have to go back and forth. All right, so you've got defense, you've got overrun. We don't need to worry about that. The defensive things, we might use that. Haven issues, I think we may be using some of those. Um, Teaching, so I'm not worried about that. Project examples, we're not going to have any projects. So they're going to a haven. That's essentially what's happening. So they have some options. Now, for those of you who watched me before, know that well, my daughter's an artist and an electronic artist, so I fully appreciate the dangers of AI art to the art community, and also appreciate the legal issues. Nevertheless, I find that with young people that I'm working with, that they are much more visual people, and I'm not willing to use my iPad with them to show them images and stuff. Also, I don't like using real people's images. So I've divided this up into, as you can see, lovely markings. And so I've got 6, 5, whatever, and I have some others. So I have a group here who has Bud. See, I've got my PDF on that side, so I can't really see. So Bud the cook. I've got others. I've got B, who's the principal. We've got some kids in here somewhere. Daejung, the pizza delivery guy. I did not mean to be stereotypical. I rolled these. Catherine, a receptionist, and Bud's the cook. Bud is the father of some kids. So I've got Maurice, and I've got Ruby, and so somehow or other these were basically in a school, and they all kind of got out together, and they've gone through the horrors of the world. So that's one group. So as you can see, I have the luxury of using a 3D or a color printer. So I've got Obadiah, who is a preacher. I have a youth pastor somewhere. I think the youth pastor is here. The youth pastor, Elijah. Doesn't he look like a youth pastor? And of course, the guide, and Mickey, the homeless guy. So he's probably not homeless, but he is now. Ruth, a dairy farmer, and I have another bunch of farmers in here. So again, I'm thinking rural. I'm thinking West Virginia, Virginia. I've been spending a lot of time listening to the podcast of Gods of Appalachia because the role-playing game got me interested in the podcast, and so I've been watching that, and I've been getting some ideas about The Walking Dead, but also of I dropped my clip. Anyway, I went through this one. So I've been kind of thinking about innovating a kind of cultish group, but I want to see what the roles turn up. So, and I haven't done a video for a very long time, and I apologize for those who have subscribed. You're wonderful. Thank you. All right, so I've got a Rhodes Scholar here. I've also got Mac, a funeral director. I have Roderick the judge. And I know I've got some flight people coming up. I have Maria. They were all on the same flight. And I have Brian, the flight attendant. And I have Derek, the flight attendant. And I have Sanitha, who is the pilot. And so these people are going to be, they will have crashed. It will have been a private plane going to do some law kind of enforcement stuff way back, and the event happened 3 years ago. So that's what we're working with at the moment. So let's just look again at this. So what I do is I just put those in front of the kids so that they have, and they're able to remember the characters' names and stuff. So, all right. So here are terrible. Okay, so going on runs. Yeah. Running the game, core concepts, campaign. All right, so here we have faction size and stuff. Let's try to work with this, and if we have to go back to page whatever it is, 89, we will do so. I looked at the solo rules. I didn't see anything particularly amazing in those that are going to help with this. So here we go, and let's just see what is going on. So, faction size. How big is the faction? Well, I will roll a thing, and 4. Whoa. 16 to 20 people. Well, I got more than enough for that. So, size. 16 to 20 people. All right. Now, okay, so faction leadership. 3. This group is divided between rulers and servants. Rulers decide things. So rulers and servants. So again, I'm thinking I've got my mind on this cultish type of thing. Between those who came to the group, okay, and proven themselves. Okay, so the rulers have proven themselves. So, all right, that helps. Faction needs. So what does this faction need? All right, so it's a 1. To torment or to use as forced labor. I like the idea of using... so they need people. They need new people in order to enslave them and use as a workforce for their haven, of course. All right, so I'm going to switch dice. And faction needs factions type. 6. People are trying to build a new world. They could be scientists who try to cure disease. A group who want to make sure that human babies are possible and born. Well, that's not going to work with a bunch of 13-year-olds. I'm not going there. I already have 2 of them who are dating. Seriously. All right, so... people are trying to build a new world. Well, I think that's just basic. So they want this workforce to build the haven for a purpose. Okay, so we've got to figure out what the purpose is. Sorry, I'm not having the writing on screen. Whatever. I literally did this impromptu. So, faction needs. No, I did that. Type faction assets. What do they have? They have a 5. Outcasts. Forced together because nobody else wanted them. Oh, no, wait. Assets, 5. Gear. Gear such as a radio transmitter, night vision goggles, helicopter, or a tank. Okay, so that's a D4. I got a D4. I got one of those fancy, I won't hurt your foot D4. So, 4. They got a tank. Their kids are gonna love this. All right, so they've got a tank. Faction issues. Okay, so needs, assets, issues. What are their issues? 3. Oh, wait, it's a D66. Woo! All right, so red is going to be the first number, and black is the second number. 31. 31. Wild parties. All right, so of course. All right, so what's their issues? Their issues are that they had that the leadership. Okay, so the leadership needs resources for wild parties. Now, if I was doing this with an adult group, I'd be like saying they've got to go out, to get booze and to get drugs and to get music. I may do the music thing. I may have them want this group to come in, have them kind of normalized and then enslaved and then forced to go out to get music, whatever whatever that is. So maybe records, maybe records because they've got one of the turnstile record players. Maybe they've got a generator and they've got gas. Maybe they need gas. I don't know, but we're gonna work with that. All right, so that's pretty cool. So far, I'm enjoying the experience. I think that it's pretty good. All right, so the faction havens is a different thing, and that's a 1. So it's a well-defended bunker. All right, so a well-defended bunker makes sense. That's pretty good. And the characteristics. Roll the d6 twice to set the characteristics. To sustain the faction size and get all right. Oh, and then we're back to 86. Okay, so... All right, so I'm going to roll this. It's a 3. So their defense is 3. All right, so defense equals 3. And I'm going to go back to page 80. Sorry, I know that I should know this, but 86. All right, there we go. Is there anything else? Okay, so these are specifics. All right, well, let's just see what direction they're in. Okay, so there are swarms in the sector. So swarms in sector. All right, that's fine. Rumors. Rumor table. Well, let's see about rumors. 4. I saw it with my own eyes. A man dressed in white was controlling the dead. He made them attack a family who was hiding in a pickup truck. I like this idea of a cult leader and the fiction or belief that they can supernaturally control walkers. So there's like this belief that something is going to go, that something's happening, and it's a supernatural thing. So instead of looking at the science of a disease, that they feel that there's control going on. So that's awesome. Changing factions. Dramatic loss, small setback. Let's see what they came from. Let's see their past. The faction past. So it is the 3 faction past. So this group, nothing changed. So it's a stable group. All right. So that's helpful. Sessions and scene, challenges, yeah. Random events. If you want to quickly create a challenge that is not related to the established rules or needs, it's a D66 event. So let's just see what they need. It's there's no records there, but 1. Okay, so of course they need food. Need food. And let's roll a D66. Same thing, red is first. 30, another 31. pack of wild dogs or wolves with a taste of human flesh are close by. All right, so wolves. Wolves need to be dispatched. And of course, my dogs barked at the perfect time or growled at each other at the perfect time. Travel. Weather. Let's see what the weather's like today. Colder than usual. So the weather tomorrow will be colder than usual. So far, again, I'm still enjoying this process. I've never done it before, so this is cool for me to just go through it randomly with you. As 35. So the ruins, 35. Let's say that there's something, a bathhouse. Walkers have contaminated the water, but there are fresh towels and shampoo. Wonder if I can work that in, that maybe this is a spa. So I'm going to say that the location is a spa and that it has baths and that a part of the house is infested with zombies or walkers, and needs the PCs to get rid. So that they can continue partying, of course, right? That's what it's all about. It's all about partying. So, fresh, the clean zombies. All right, so we move to wilderness. Let's say perhaps they've encountered something like this, just in case. What is this with the threes? 33. Beautiful lake, river, pond, lots of fronds. Well, I mean, this is working out. So around the area, we're going to have a spa and beautiful surroundings. But they want to, but as I think I wrote earlier, there are walkers that are in the area. Okay, so I don't know how the tank got in there, but probably this is like a Animal House type situation where they probably are party people and they came in with a tank and said, let's play Animal House. Let's play Animal House. And of course, the kids will have no idea what Animal House is, and it will give them an opportunity to look. Last week we talked about moral compass because one of the kids in household, which is fairies in a house, and it's more political than violent. He was double tapping people underneath with underneath their heads and stuff, and I was like, we've got to talk about moral compass. So they learned about that. There's encounters. I don't think that I need to think about that. NPCs, that is going to be a whole separate thing. It's going to take me a long time to kind of go through each individual. I want to get back to this page 89 and show it to you so that we can just quickly go through this. So you saw how I went to the back, and here we are with Havens. So one of the critical comments that has come out is that this is not exactly there's not a lot of depth to Haven creation. Well, so far I'm feeling pretty good about this. I've got 2.5 pages of kind of large notes. So the capacity of this location, and I think that this is going to be important because you do have already 16 to 20 people. So let's see what the capacity is. This is a straight roll of a 6-sided dice. Yeah, that's not going to work. I rolled a 1. So 5, Okay, so a well-trained trade agreement with other communities. All right, let's try to have a trade agreement. Um, so they'll have visitors coming in and out, and that might be their opportunity to try to escape, to maybe make friends with some of these people who are coming in and out. I think that that's a good way of introducing the story. So I like that. I like going to hear just kind of, okay, that didn't make sense. So it's going to be a spa, and the spa is a hotel, and it's in Virginia somewhere, West Virginia, in the Appalachian Mountains. So it is a hotel spa. It is exclusive, um, and they found all the booze and all that stuff. So they're running out of some stuff, whatever it is. They have a capacity of 200 people capacity. Um, so I'm gonna need to tonight get a. I'm gonna need a spa that I'm gonna have to look at and download, and try to get a. I'm gonna try to look first of all for a real place, and I'm gonna try to look and see if I can get some type of interior diagrams. If you've got any suggestions and you're watching this uh, before. Uh, uh, Before noon Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. GMT, put it in the comments if I get this up on time. I may just throw it up and not even do an image or a front page or anything like that. All right, so I've got my capacity, describing the haven, blah, 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 blah. All right. Defense. I don't know. I'm just gonna roll friggin' dice. 5. Fenced in. Fenced in high walls, metal gate. Okay, so it's gated is what I'm getting from that. Remember, this is kind of like solo mentality, so you don't take everything as written. Um, this isn't letter of the law. Uh, so I'm not fenced in. Doesn't it's got to be fenced in, but yeah, high fenced in walls. I mean, this is a gated hotel, and um, there is a central entrance to protect the exclusives who've come here. Well, I don't know about overrun. I mean, I think that that's being. I'm not even going to bother with that because it just doesn't make sense for what I'm trying to do. Later on, it may, but let's see what happens with the story. Haven issues. Now, I like Haven issues. I'm going to roll 1. All right, so it's probably going to be a 3, but I'm going to roll this as my first number. This is my second number. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know if you can see this. It's another bloody 3. That's that's insane. Okay, so 32. No, 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 no. You share it with another group. That's bullshit. I'm not going to do that. Okay, 13. Extremely cold in the winter. So let's say it's high up in the mountains. So it's high in the hills. Okay, so it gets very very cold when it's cold. So all right, maybe the game for the kids is going to be set in winter, or this time, uh, late November, early December. Okay, so pre-Christmas, so they're getting ready to party. They're partying all the time, but now they're looking for Christmas decorations or something. Let's do another one of these. 62. The entrance is hard to reinforce and guard. All right, so I like that. So the gated entrance is difficult to protect. And so people coming in and going out are rare. Maybe they have a basket at the back and they go over. As you can hear, it's supper time, and it's look 30 minutes. There we go. So we've got our Haven issue. I'm not going to roll a project. Building gear. Examples of havens. Rations. NPC runs. Yeah, I think we've got that pretty much followed. What do they tell me to do? It would be nice to know if I knew what. Create up to 3 factions. Well, okay. Give them each a haven and a place and the area on a map. All right. Assign secret issues to the... Yeah, I will be doing that. Choose a couple of NPC items. Factions. Yeah. I'll be doing that. Go through the random events table. Yeah. Create a list of encounters. Well, I kind of have my concept, so I think that that's okay. And then I'll just let the kids go with it, right? And just let's see how they deal with this group of people. And of course I need a rumor. Oh, what the hell's the rumors? Okay, so let me see. Rumors. Oh, okay. Well, wait. This is 146, but this is the beta that I'm looking at. I've got another sheet that I used in the summer. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I should look at that and see if there's a spa. These are NPC issues. Well, that's the same friggin' page as this. Well, NPC secret issues, scavenging. All right, well, whatever. You probably saw it, and I just didn't notice it. All right, so I've done a lot. I feel much more comfortable with what I'm doing, and with my crazy hair, and just all of a sudden saying, "Hey, we're doing this." So yeah, I feel really comfortable with the way that it flowed today. I did it in 30 minutes with some yapping. It's a thin book, and this is for me a little problematic because I wanted more. And I'll speak about this a little bit later with a different video on another person's channel coming up soon. I gotta say, I love the game. I absolutely love the game. I think that it's really great. I played as a player. I did that last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think that there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of good stuff. So enjoy your evening or your morning or your day. And thank you for joining me. Oh, I must say that I have used this. So let me just get my pad and I'll... Oh my gosh. Okay, so I use Google Earth. So I'm using Google Earth to kind of look up certain areas in this. There we go. Okay, in this kind of Appalachian region. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking for specific sites that may be a spa or something like that. So that's just kind of some of my brain and the way it works. And so again, take care, have fun, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.